Hello, so my name is Ashley Connor, and the deaf event that I went to was the Deaf Festival in Los Angeles, and that was an event that was actually the end of September before this class actually started, but I went to it because my friend was taking ASL actually the first kind of like 8 weeks, but she was taking a full term of ASL and she needed a deaf event because I think her class was she needed them more than just once. So we were in LA for the weekend and we saw that they were having this. So we decided that we would stop by and go to this event. It was, I believe, on the 29th of September, so it was the very end. And we ended up going to this event, and it was actually really cool. And I was surprised that it was completely free. We got there right when the doors opened at 12 p.m., I believe. I think it was noon it opened, and I think it went for about 4 or 5 hours. And we went there, and it was free parking. It was totally free. Like the tickets didn't cost us anything. And we went in there, and I remember it had a lot of it. It had like info booths, and then it had things like talent shows, and just like I remember the speaker of it all. I believe his name was Sean, and it was just actually a really cool event. We didn't end up staying for the 4 hours. I think we stayed probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, which is pretty. That's a pretty long time for something like that. For that, how it was running. And I wouldn't say that I learned probably any new signs just because I wasn't really active in the signing. Like when I went to some of the info booths, they asked me kind of things, and I could tell them like I just knew kind of basic things that I could remember way back from ASL 1 that I took my freshman year versus now I'm a senior. So the things that I remembered how to sign my name. I remembered the alphabet, and then I think probably I could count 1 to 100, but besides that, I didn't remember a whole lot. So it was definitely I liked the experience a lot. I would say that like next year I would definitely go again just because it brought a lot of awareness. I would say that it was a really cool event, and I think it was long running. I don't know how long running it was because I didn't look. I don't know if they had a pamphlet that said it or anything, but it just seemed like a well-rounded event that had been around for a long time. And I really enjoyed it. I would say that I'd go back next year. It was just for free, like you just couldn't beat it. It was the people were really cool, the atmosphere was really cool, and it was just a well-rounded good event in my opinion. When it comes to signing, I definitely am glad that I took sign language versus any other language because I took 2 years of Spanish in high school and I didn't really like it. Like, I have nothing against the language at all. Like, it's just very hard for me to adapt to those certain things. I feel like with foreign language, like, I'm very, like, kind of one dimensional and it's hard for me to grasp. So, ASL was something that I thought I could take and I just ended up really enjoying, honestly. I I liked that like it was a lot more than I thought. Like I just thought like it was just science basically. I didn't really I think I was just kind of ignorant and not thinking that this is like how people fully speak. Like I knew that, but I don't think I thought to the depth of it. And I don't think that like I even considered like, oh, maybe like the facial expressions will tell you how to say are you in a nice or a mean way. So I definitely, when I got into it, it was a lot more than I thought. I thought it was going to be a lot easier, and I found it to be a little more challenging than I thought. But that's, I think, comes with any language. Like you walk in thinking that it's just going to be words. In reality, it's so much more. There's punctuation. There's ways of saying things. There's more than one way of saying one word, and you just kind of have to adapt. So I'm definitely glad that I took ASL in the sense of that I have enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it way more than I would any other language that I would be taking because I have taken other language in high school and I didn't so much enjoy it, and I actually enjoyed ASL for the fact that I could grasp to it a little bit easier. Looking back on ASL, I would say that I would definitely take another course in it. I feel like it's not something that I'm going to do in a future career. Definitely because, like I said, foreign language is just something that comes a little more difficult to me. But I feel like I definitely want to go see that deaf event again because I thought it was just a really cool thing. And I definitely, if they're like in the question, if there's any dire need and they need help with like basic signing, I'd be more than welcome, like more than happy to, lend a helping hand or anything, because I really do. I do like helping out, especially because of the urgency that you need ASL people. You need them because if no one speaks it, how are other people going to interact with other deaf people? How is someone like I think it's needed for the fact of how is a professor going to teach ASL 1 if they are not speaking, if you're already deaf? I think that's just a really big challenge. So I do want to support the community for the fact I think that people that are not deaf should learn the language to help others and just keep the community a circle, in my personal opinion. So to kind of cap like my whole presentation and bring it like a circle, I really like my death event. I think that I chose a good one. It was a little far from where I live. I live in Hemet, so if I wasn't in LA, it would have been a little bit of an inconvenience just to do it. But that I was in LA, I think like I found a really cool deaf event. I think that it was awesome to go to. I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely do it again. So I think those are kind of my thoughts on everything. Thank you.